As the first rays of sunlight pierce the horizon, the landscape of Vantara awakens in a symphony of color and sound. The sky transitions from deep indigo to a gentle gold, illuminating the vast expanse of wilderness that stretches as far as the eye can see. The air is crisp and cool, carrying the earthy scent of damp soil and blooming foliage. Every blade of grass, every leaf is adorned with droplets of dew, sparkling like tiny jewels in the newborn light. Birds are the first to break the silence, their calls echoing through the trees in a chorus that signals the start of a new day. Peafowl fan their iridescent tails, while parakeets dart between branches, their feathers flashing emerald and sapphire. In the grasslands, herds of spotted deer emerge from the shelter of the woods, their cautious steps leaving faint trails in the dew. Sambar and nilgai graze peacefully, their ears flicking at the distant calls of langurs high in the canopy. The undergrowth stirs as smaller creatures begin their routines. Mongoose families scurry between rocks, their sleek bodies weaving through the tangled roots. Tortoises emerge from burrows, basking in the gentle warmth of the morning. Along the water's edge, the surface ripples as fish rise to feed, and a pair of otters slip silently into the shallows, leaving only a trail of bubbles behind. Frogs croak from hidden perches, their voices blending with the distant rumble of a waterfall. In the open plains, the cheetahs begin to stir, their sleek forms stretch languidly in the golden light, muscles rippling beneath spotted coats. Eyes alert, they scan the horizon, attuned to every movement in the grass. The sanctuary's vastness allows these predators to roam, their paws barely making a sound on the soft earth. Occasionally, a cheetah will break into a gentle trot, testing the morning air, its breath visible in the cool dawn. Elsewhere, wild boar root through the underbrush, their snouts turning over leaves in search of roots and insects. Porcupines shuffle along hidden trails, their quills catching the light as they disappear into thickets. The trees themselves are alive with movement. Squirrels leap from limb to limb, their bushy tails flicking as they chase each other in playful bursts. High above, a pair of eagles circles, their keen eyes searching for signs of prey. As the sun climbs higher, the interplay of light and shadow reveals the intricate tapestry of life at Vantara. Every corner of the sanctuary teems with activity, from the smallest insect to the most elusive predator. This dawn is not merely a transition from night to day, but a renewal of the delicate balance that sustains the sanctuary's wild inhabitants. Each species, each individual, plays a vital role in the intricate web of life that defines Vantara. Here, the environment is both sanctuary and stage, a place where the rhythms of nature unfold in their purest form. The dawn at Vantara is a testament to the resilience and beauty of wildlife, thriving in a world shaped by the forces of earth, water, and sky. As the day begins in earnest, the sanctuary stands as a living mosaic of biodiversity, a place where every sunrise brings new hope and endless possibility for the wild creatures that call Vantara home. The creation of a cheetah habitat at Vantara begins with a meticulous design process, where every architectural and environmental element is tailored to the species' unique needs. The foundation is space, vast, open enclosures that allow cheetahs to move freely, echoing the endless plains they roam in the wild. The layout is mapped to maximize running distance with elongated corridors and sweeping curves that encourage natural sprinting and exploration. Each enclosure is carefully oriented to optimize sunlight and airflow, ensuring a healthy microclimate. Drainage systems are integrated beneath the surface to prevent waterlogging and maintain dry, stable ground conditions year-round. The terrain is sculpted with precision, incorporating undulating hills, rocky outcrops, and patches of dense vegetation. These features are not randomly placed. They are strategically positioned to stimulate natural behaviors such as stalking, climbing, and scent marking. Flat, featureless spaces are deliberately avoided as they can lead to inactivity and psychological stress. Instead, every section of the habitat offers a new sensory experience. Naturalistic elements, fallen logs, clusters of native shrubs, and textured ground are integrated to encourage exploration, scratching, and scent communication. The perimeter is defined by robust, high-tensile fencing, engineered for both security and unobtrusiveness. Fences are coated in neutral tones to blend with the landscape, minimizing visual barriers for the cheetahs. Gates and access points are seamlessly integrated, using double-entry systems and concealed latches to prevent accidental escapes, while maintaining the integrity of the habitat's appearance. Overhangs and inward-angled barriers are installed at the top of fences, specifically designed to counter the cheetah's agility and prevent any attempts at climbing. At ground level, the base of the fencing is reinforced with soft, flexible materials to protect delicate paws from abrasions or entrapment. Traditional wire mesh is replaced with custom-designed barriers that eliminate sharp edges and reduce the risk of injury during patrols along the fence line. The lower sections are lined with bamboo and soft mesh, forming a gentle yet effective shield that prevents paws from slipping through, while maintaining airflow and visibility. This barrier is engineered to flex under pressure, absorbing impact and further reducing the risk of injury during high-speed chases or playful interactions. Behavioral enrichment is embedded in the very architecture of the habitat. Elevated platforms and artificial termite mounds are constructed from natural materials, offering vantage points for surveillance and rest. These structures are positioned to provide panoramic views, allowing cheetahs to scan their territory and engage in instinctual lookout behaviors. The mounds are engineered with gradual slopes and stable surfaces, ensuring accessibility for all ages and physical conditions. From these heights, cheetahs can observe the entire enclosure, reinforcing their sense of security and territorial awareness. Shade is provided through a combination of mature trees and architecturally designed shelters, each placed to offer cool retreats throughout the day and mimic the dappled light of the savanna. Water features such as shallow pools and trickling streams are incorporated to support hydration and encourage natural drinking behaviors, while also enhancing the sensory environment. The substrate is carefully selected, a blend of sand, soil, and gravel, providing traction for running, comfort for resting, and opportunities for digging and scent marking. Every element, from the placement of boulders to the layering of vegetation, is chosen to replicate the complexity of a wild ecosystem, supporting both physical health and psychological well-being. Enrichment devices, hidden scents, movable logs, and interactive features are rotated regularly, ensuring the environment remains dynamic and stimulating. Through this comprehensive, highly professional approach, Vantara's cheetah habitat set a new standard in animal care, blending architectural innovation, environmental authenticity, and behavioral science to create a sanctuary where cheetahs can truly thrive. At the heart of Vantara's sanctuary lies a world governed by the nuanced language of animal behavior, a realm where every gesture, sound, and movement carries meaning. Cheetahs express comfort and trust through slow blinks, relaxed postures, and the gentle rhythm of grooming, signaling to others that the environment is safe. Playful interactions among cubs, mock wrestling, chasing, and gentle nips are vital for social development, while adults observe with a watchful calm, communicating reassurance through soft vocalizations and subtle tail movements. When tension arises, cheetahs display unmistakable signals: arched backs, flattened ears, and low growls, establishing boundaries and warning others to keep their distance. A mother cheetah's vigilance is unwavering. She positions herself protectively, her body language a silent barrier, while her cubs instinctively mirror her alertness, learning the cues of caution and safety. Communication unfolds through scent marking, vocalizations, and intricate body signals, each cheetah reading the invisible messages left by others, shaping their responses with remarkable sensitivity. Approaches are measured and deliberate, A lowered head and sidelong glance convey peaceful intentions, while mutual respect is maintained through careful spacing and mirrored movements. Curiosity and caution intertwine as cheetahs encounter new stimuli, sniffing, circling, and sometimes retreating, their every action a calculated response to the unknown. Moments of tranquility are marked by slow, deep breaths and languid stretches, the animals' bodies radiating a sense of ease that permeates the sanctuary. Even the subtlest environmental changes elicit immediate instinctive reactions. Ears pivot, muscles tense, and then, as the perceived threat passes, calm returns in a visible wave of relaxation. Social bonds are reinforced through shared meals and mutual grooming, each gesture strengthening the fabric of their community. Young cheetahs learn by observation and imitation, practicing stalking and pouncing under the silent tutelage of experienced adults, their education woven into every interaction. Rest and companionship are shared in quiet moments, with synchronized breathing and entwined tails reflecting a deep sense of trust and belonging. The cheetah's lives are attuned to the rhythms of nature, responding to rain with playful leaps or quiet shelter, adapting seamlessly to the world around them. As dusk settles, soft calls echo through the sanctuary, drawing individuals together for the night. Their interactions are testament to the complexity and beauty of animal society. Within this intricate tapestry of behavior, every cheetah finds its place, their lives unfolding in a delicate balance of independence and connection, a living testament to the sanctuary's devotion to authentic animal experience. At the core of Vantara's cheetah care revolution lies a radical reimagining of nutrition, one that delves into the intricate science of what it truly means to feed a predator built for the wild. In the wild, cheetahs are opportunistic carnivores consuming a diverse array of prey: gazelles, impalas, hares, and even young wildebeest, each providing a unique nutritional profile. Every part of the prey is consumed: muscle for protein and energy, bones for calcium and phosphorus, organs for essential vitamins, and skin and fur for fiber and trace minerals. The liver, rich in vitamin A and iron, the kidneys, packed with B vitamins, and the heart, dense with taurine and coenzyme Q10, are all vital for optimal health. Even the indigestible parts, fur, skin, and small bones, play a role, acting as natural fiber to aid digestion and cleanse the gut. After a successful hunt and feast, wild cheetahs enter a period of fasting, allowing their digestive systems to rest and reset, a rhythm that Vantara meticulously replicates. At Vantara, cheetahs are offered whole prey, primarily goats, but also antelope and rabbits, sourced from ethical, disease-free suppliers to ensure the highest quality nutrition. The feeding routine is carefully timed. Cheetahs receive a substantial meal 2 or 3 times per week, mirroring the unpredictable bounty of the savanna. This feast and fast cycle not only supports digestive health, but also stimulates natural behaviors: competition, cooperation, and the instinct to gorge and rest. The nutritional science behind this approach is precise. Whole prey offers a balanced ratio of protein, fat, minerals, and micronutrients, eliminating the deficiencies and imbalances caused by processed meats or monotonous diets. Marrow provides essential fatty acids and energy, while the partially digested plant matter in the prey's gut delivers rare phytonutrients and enzymes. Regular bone consumption keeps teeth clean and jaws powerful, while the variety of prey parts ensures robust immune function and neurological health. The result is unmistakable. Cheetahs at Vantara display vibrant coats, clear eyes, and the lithe, muscular build of true athletes. Free from the chronic pain of gastritis and the lethargy of poor nutrition, these cheetahs thrive, wild at heart, perfectly attuned to the rhythms of nature. At Vantara, nutrition is not just sustenance. It is a science, an art, and a profound act of respect for the cheetah's evolutionary heritage. The fourth pillar of Vantara's blueprint delves into the intricate and demanding world of cheetah care, where every detail matters for their survival and well-being. Cheetahs are built for speed, requiring vast open spaces to exercise their extraordinary physical abilities. Their bodies demand daily opportunities to sprint, stretch, and stalk, mirroring the challenges of the wild. Their psychological needs are equally complex. Cheetahs thrive on mental stimulation. Tracking scents, observing movement, and engaging in natural hunting behaviors are essential to prevent boredom and frustration. Deprived of these outlets, cheetahs quickly develop signs of stress and anxiety, manifesting in repetitive pacing, vocalizations, and even self-harm. A sanctuary must provide not only space but also varied terrain, soft earth for rolling, shaded areas for rest, and vantage points for surveying their territory. Social structure is another vital component. Male cheetahs often form lifelong coalitions relying on deep bonds for psychological security and cooperative survival. These coalitions require space to interact, opportunities for mutual grooming, and the ability to patrol and mark their shared territory, activities that reinforce trust and reduce tension. Female cheetahs, in contrast, are fiercely independent. Their psychological health depends on solitude, control over their environment, and the freedom to roam without intrusion. Each female requires a private territory, rich with hiding places and sensory stimuli, to satisfy her instinctual need for autonomy and security. For mothers, the environment must support nurturing. Safe den sites, abundant cover, and opportunities for cubs to learn vital survival skills through play and exploration. Forced proximity between adult females leads to chronic stress, as they instinctively view each other as rivals for territory and resources. Environmental enrichment is crucial. Logs for clawing, new scents to investigate, and objects to manipulate all help satisfy their curiosity and natural behaviors. Temperature regulation is another need. Access to sun and shade, cool water for bathing, and shelter from wind and rain are all essential for their physical comfort. Above all, cheetahs require an environment that challenges their bodies and minds, allowing them to express the full range of their natural instincts: hunting, hiding, exploring, and resting. Only by meeting these psychological, physical, and environmental needs can a sanctuary truly honor the cheetah's essence, ensuring each individual not only survives but thrives in a world that respects their wild nature. At Vantara, the fifth pillar of care is a meticulously structured, animal-centered medical routine, one that prioritizes the cheetah's well-being at every stage. Each morning, cheetahs are observed in their enclosures for subtle changes in posture, gait, or appetite, early indicators of health shifts. If a cheetah shows any sign of discomfort, a non-invasive diagnostic protocol begins. The animal is calmly guided to a familiar examination area, minimizing stress. The routine starts with a visual inspection, checking eyes, nose, and coat for abnormalities. Next, a thermal imaging scan detects inflammation or injury beneath the fur, all while the cheetah remains at ease. Blood is drawn using a gentle, distraction-based approach. The cheetah is offered a favorite treat, and a quick, precise sample is collected from the tail or leg. No sedation required. The sample is immediately analyzed for red and white cell counts, organ function, and hydration status. If abnormalities are detected, further diagnostics follow. For hydration or medication, an intravenous line is gently placed while the cheetah focuses on its meal. The infusion is administered slowly, allowing the animal to remain calm and alert. If oral medication is needed, it is hidden in minced meat or a favorite food, ensuring the cheetah consumes the full dose without resistance. For wound care, antiseptic sprays are applied using silent, low-pressure devices. The cheetah is distracted with a scent or taste enrichment, so the process is nearly unnoticeable. In cases of injury, digital radiography is performed with portable equipment. The cheetah stands or lies on a padded mat, and the scan is completed in seconds. No restraint, no fear. Throughout every step, the cheetah's comfort is paramount. All diagnostics and treatments are designed to be as brief and unobtrusive as possible, using advanced technology to minimize handling. This highly realistic, step-by-step approach ensures that each cheetah receives precise, individualized care, maximizing health outcomes while preserving their natural calm and dignity. At Vantara, the daily lives of cheetahs are shaped by a deep understanding of their need for both mental and physical stimulation. Every aspect of their environment is designed to encourage natural movement and authentic behaviors. Exercise is woven into their routines not as an occasional treat but as a fundamental necessity. Cheetahs, built for speed and agility, thrive when they can stretch their muscles, accelerate and test their limits across open terrain. One of the most effective enrichment activities is the lure run. Here, a lure, often a piece of cloth, darts across the enclosure, mimicking the unpredictable movements of prey. The cheetahs respond instinctively, launching into powerful sprints, their bodies moving with precision and grace. The lure's path is always changing, zigzagging through grass and around obstacles, ensuring that each chase is unique. This keeps the cheetahs mentally engaged and physically challenged as they must anticipate, react, and adapt in real time. Beyond the chase, enrichment objects are scattered throughout their habitats. Puzzle feeders, scent trails, and toys encourage problem-solving and exploration, stimulating their senses and natural curiosity. A static environment can lead to boredom and frustration. To prevent this, the sanctuary regularly introduces new scents, objects, and even rearranges features within the enclosures, ensuring that the cheetahs always have something novel to investigate. Each new area offers a fresh landscape of sights, sounds, and especially smells. Cheetahs spend time sniffing, marking, and exploring, displaying the same investigative behaviors they would in the wild. These experiences introduce manageable challenges, keeping the cheetahs alert and engaged. Their days are filled with bursts of activity, chasing, pouncing, stalking, and playing, mirroring the rhythms of life on the savannah. Whether sprinting after a lure or investigating a new scent, these activities are essential for their well-being. They foster agility, strength, and sharp instincts, while also providing the mental stimulation that intelligent animals crave. Through a blend of exercise, enrichment, and ever-changing environments, Vantara's cheetahs live lives filled with purpose, energy, and the freedom to express their true nature every single day. The contrast between life in the wild and life in captivity for cheetahs is profound, shaping every aspect of their behavior, environment, and adaptation. In the wild, cheetahs are constantly alert, relying on acute senses to detect prey and avoid threats. Their days are filled with long patrols, scent marking, and scanning vast horizons for both opportunity and danger. Young cheetahs learn survival through play and mimicry, developing stealth, speed, and social cues essential for independence. Every lesson is shaped by the unpredictability of the wild. Wild cheetahs adapt to fluctuating resources, searching for water in dry seasons, seeking shade during heat, and traversing challenging landscapes to find food and safety. In captivity, cheetahs experience a different reality. Their environment is stable and predictable, with regular access to food, water, and shelter, reducing the need for constant vigilance. Captive cheetahs display curiosity and playfulness through enrichment activities, using toys and scents to stimulate natural instincts. Their energy is channeled into exploration and interaction within defined boundaries. Rest and recovery are more consistent in captivity. Without the constant threat of predators or competition, cheetahs can afford longer, undisturbed periods of sleep and relaxation. Meals are predictable and nutritionally balanced, eliminating the risks of starvation or injury from hunting. Hydration is always available, and health is closely monitored. Even in captivity, cheetahs retain many wild behaviors, marking territory, sharpening claws, and communicating through vocalizations and body language. Their senses remain sharp, responding to the sights and sounds of the world beyond their enclosures, maintaining a connection to their natural instincts. However, the boundaries of captivity can also lead to pacing and repetitive behaviors, signs of adaptation to limited space and routine. In the wild, the cheetah's legendary speed is a matter of survival, honed by the chase and the need to outmaneuver prey. This intense physical exertion is rarely matched in captivity. Wild cheetahs rely on camouflage and stealth, adapting their movements to the landscape and the behavior of their prey, skills that become less critical in a managed environment. Both wild and captive cheetahs maintain meticulous grooming and stretching routines, essential for health and flexibility, though the motivations may differ. Environmental adaptations are evident in both settings. Wild cheetahs seek microclimates for comfort, while captive cheetahs use provided shelters and shaded areas. Communication remains vital. Whether in the wild or in captivity, cheetahs use vocalizations, tail flicks, and facial expressions to convey mood and intent. The wild demands constant awareness and adaptation, while captivity offers security but limits the range of natural responses. Both environments challenge cheetahs in unique ways, one through unpredictability and survival, the other through enrichment and adaptation to routine. Ultimately, the differences between captivity and the wild are reflected in every aspect of a cheetah's life, from the way they move and hunt to how they rest and interact with their world, each environment shaping the animal in its own highly realistic way. In a world where wild spaces are vanishing and ecosystems are under siege, Vantara stands as a living testament to what is possible when animal welfare and ecological integrity are placed at the heart of conservation. Here, the sanctuary is not merely a refuge, it is a thriving ecosystem, meticulously restored and managed to mirror the complexity of the wild. Every aspect of Vantara's design is rooted in the needs of its animal residents. The sanctuary's habitats are crafted to encourage natural behaviors, stalking, sprinting, socializing, and resting, ensuring that cheetahs and other species experience lives rich in stimulation and choice. The absence of artificial barriers and the presence of native flora and fauna allow for the re-establishment of instinctual routines. This not only elevates animal welfare but also fosters the development of skills essential for survival, even within protected boundaries. Vantara's impact extends beyond individual animals. The sanctuary's holistic approach has led to the resurgence of native species, the restoration of degraded land, and the rebalancing of local food webs. Predators, herbivores, and scavengers coexist, each playing a vital role in the sanctuary's dynamic equilibrium. Generations of cheetahs now grow up in environments that nurture both body and mind. Cubs learn from their mothers, developing the agility, strength, and intelligence that define their species. The sanctuary's commitment to species-appropriate nutrition and enrichment ensures robust health and psychological well-being. The ripple effects of Vantara's ecological stewardship are visible in every corner. Native plants flourish, supporting insects and birds that had long vanished from the region. The return of these foundational species signals the restoration of ecological processes that sustain life at every level. Water sources, once depleted, now teem with life. Clean streams and ponds support amphibians, fish, and a host of other creatures, creating a web of interdependence that strengthens the entire ecosystem. The cheetahs themselves are living proof of Vantara's success. Their physical condition, alertness, and natural behaviors are a testament to the sanctuary's unwavering focus on animal welfare. Here, captivity does not mean compromise, it means opportunity for flourishing. Social structures are respected and maintained, allowing for the formation of coalitions and family groups. The sanctuary's environment supports the full spectrum of cheetah life, from playful cubs to wise elders. Vantara's approach has also yielded measurable conservation outcomes. Genetic diversity is preserved through careful management, and the sanctuary serves as a reservoir for future rewilding efforts, ensuring that cheetahs remain a vital part of Africa's natural heritage. The sanctuary's adaptive management strategies allow animals to experience the rhythms of nature, rain and drought, abundance and scarcity, preparing them for the challenges of an ever-changing world. Vantara's legacy is written in the land itself, in the resilience of its animals, the renewal of its habitats, and the restoration of balance where chaos once reigned. It is a living, breathing model of what true animal welfare and ecological restoration can achieve, an enduring beacon for the future of conservation. As dawn breaks across Vantara, the sanctuary stirs to life, with the first golden rays warming the dew-covered grasslands. Cheetahs, sleek and alert, emerge from their secluded resting spots beneath acacia trees. The morning air is filled with the chorus of native birds and the distant rustle of antelope herds moving through the brush. The cheetahs begin their day with a slow stretch, muscles rippling under their spotted coats. Young cubs tumble and chase each other in playful bursts, honing their coordination and speed under the watchful gaze of their mothers. Adolescents practice stalking, crouching low in the tall grass, learning the art of patience and precision that will one day define their survival. Throughout the day, cheetah coalitions, groups of brothers, patrol their territory, scent-marking boundaries and exchanging soft chirps and purrs. Solitary females range farther, moving silently through the landscape as they monitor their cubs or seek shade during the midday heat. The sanctuary's varied terrain, open plains, dense thickets and rocky outcrops, offers endless opportunities for exploration and discovery. As the sun climbs higher, cheetahs retreat to the cool shadows, grooming themselves and dozing, conserving energy for the afternoon. In these quiet hours, social bonds are reinforced through gentle head rubs and shared grooming, a silent language of trust and kinship. When the light softens in the late afternoon, the cheetahs become active once again. Cubs resume their games, chasing fluttering butterflies or stalking each other through the undergrowth. Adults scan the horizon, eyes sharp for the movement of prey. Their movements are fluid and unhurried, dictated by instinct and the rhythms of the land. As dusk settles, the cheetahs gather at water sources, drinking side by side with antelope and birds. The sanctuary's natural design allows these encounters to unfold as they would in the wild, fostering a sense of harmony and mutual respect among all its inhabitants. Night falls gently over Vantara, and the cheetahs settle into their chosen shelters. The stars above bear silent witness to the sanctuary's promise, a world where cheetahs live with autonomy and dignity, their days shaped by the pulse of the wild rather than the constraints of captivity. Here, every sunrise brings new possibilities, and every sunset marks another day lived as nature intended. Life at Vantara, though carefully crafted to echo the wild, is not without its challenges for the cheetahs who call it home. Each cheetah, whether born in the sanctuary or relocated from distant lands, faces the complex task of adaptation, learning the contours of new territory, deciphering unfamiliar scents, and adjusting to the routines shaped by the sanctuary's rhythms. For some, the transition is swift, a seamless blending into the ebb and flow of Vantara's grasslands. For others, it is a slow, cautious process. The landscape, though generous, tests their instincts. Cheetahs must navigate not only the physical terrain, but also the invisible boundaries of established territories. Tensions can arise as coalitions vie for prime hunting grounds, and solitary females negotiate space for rearing their cubs. Soft growls and body language become the tools for resolving disputes, each interaction shaping the delicate social balance of the sanctuary. Health, too, is a constant concern. The absence of natural predators does not shield cheetahs from the subtle threats of illness or injury. A limp in a hind leg, a cough after a dusty chase. These small signals ripple through the coalition, altering the daily dynamic. Cheetahs rely on their acute senses to detect weakness in others, sometimes shifting the group's hierarchy or sparking brief tense standoffs. Young cubs face their own set of trials. The sanctuary's safety cannot shield them from every hazard: hidden thorns, sudden storms, or the missteps of youthful play. Each lesson learned comes at a cost, shaping the survivors into agile, cautious adults. Even in the absence of humans, Vantara's cheetahs must constantly adapt, balancing solitude with the need for social bonds, navigating shifting alliances, and responding to the unpredictable rhythms of their environment. Their resilience is tested not by the presence of predators, but by the intricate challenges of life itself unfolding beneath the spotted coat. Here, survival is a daily negotiation, and every cheetah's journey is uniquely their own. Beyond the swift shadows of the cheetahs, Vantara's world pulses with life, a living web where every blade of grass, every scuttling insect, and every distant bird call weaves together the sanctuary's rich tapestry. Towering acacias stretch their spiny branches skyward, offering shade from the midday sun and shelter for nesting birds. Beneath their canopies, wild grasses ripple in the breeze, hiding the careful footsteps of hares, mongoose, and the occasional porcupine shuffling through the undergrowth. Small herds of blackbuck and chital graze on the open savanna, always alert to the flicker of movement that signals a cheetah's silent approach. In the thickets, peafowl call out, their iridescent feathers catching the light as they forage for seeds and insects. Above, raptors glide on thermal currents, their sharp eyes scanning for careless rodents darting between the roots. At dusk, the air comes alive with the chorus of frogs and the hum of crickets, while fireflies blink in the shadows, tracing silent paths through the brush. Tortoises lumber slowly along sandy trails, their domed shells etched with the stories of years spent in quiet observation. Even the smallest creatures, ants, beetles, and butterflies, play their part, pollinating flowers and turning fallen leaves back into fertile earth. Every species in Vantara is both competitor and companion, each adapting to the sanctuary's rhythms in its own way. Waterholes become meeting grounds where deer, birds, and even the elusive jackal gather in uneasy truce at dawn. The cheetahs, apex yet vulnerable, move through this intricate ecosystem, sometimes unseen, always present, forever woven into the fabric of life that surrounds them. Here, survival is not a solitary endeavor. It is a shared experience, a constant interplay between hunter and hunted, plant and animal, the seen and the unseen. This is Vantara's true legacy, a thriving sanctuary where every living thing, from the smallest insect to the fleetest cheetah, finds its place in the eternal dance of the wild. Hidden beneath the grass and woven into the trees, Vantara's sanctuary is quietly watched over by a network of cutting-edge technology, silent allies dedicated to animal welfare. Discrete motion sensors tucked beneath low-hanging branches and along well-worn animal paths monitor the daily movements of cheetahs, deer, and birds alike. Tiny, solar-powered cameras peer through foliage, capturing the subtle rhythms of life without ever disturbing the peace. Across the savanna, non-invasive radio collars gently track the cheetah's heart rates and activity levels, sending real-time data to remote servers. These invisible signals help caretakers anticipate needs before problems arise, alerting them to changes in eating, sleeping, or social behavior that might signal stress or illness. At the waterholes, environmental sensors continuously test the purity and temperature of the water, ensuring that every creature, from the smallest frog to the largest antelope, can drink safely. Even the air is monitored. Weather stations perched atop acacias track humidity, rainfall, and wind patterns, helping the sanctuary adjust feeding schedules and shelter placements in harmony with the seasons. In burrows and nesting sites, miniature temperature and humidity loggers keep silent watch, making sure delicate eggs and newborns are never at risk from sudden changes in climate. All of this technology works quietly in the background, never intruding, always observing. The animals roam freely, unaware of the digital guardians that help maintain their health and safety. In Vantara, innovation and nature move together, ensuring that every heartbeat, every flutter of wings, and every paw print is cared for by both the wisdom of the wild and the promise of the future. On the horizon of Vantara, the future of cheetah conservation stretches wide and bright, shaped by vision and grounded in realism. Plans are already in motion for a sprawling new corridor, connecting fragmented habitats to allow cheetahs to roam with greater freedom, mirroring the ancient migratory paths their ancestors once knew. Within these safe passages, native grasslands are being restored, drawing in prey species and rebuilding the intricate food web that sustains the fastest animal on land. Upcoming projects include the introduction of advanced genetic monitoring, quietly collecting shed fur and scat to map family trees and strengthen the population's resilience. Artificial intelligence will soon analyze these genetic patterns, identifying subtle risks and guiding new pairings to protect against inbreeding, securing the health of generations yet to come. Long-term ambitions reach beyond sanctuary walls. Vantara's blueprint is being shared with reserves across continents, offering a model for coexisting with cheetahs in a changing world. Through silent exchanges of data, knowledge, and even carefully relocated individuals, the sanctuary's lessons ripple outward, forging a global network of hope. In the years ahead, Vantara's vision remains clear: to create not just a home, but a legacy, a place where cheetahs and the wild tapestry surrounding them can thrive today, tomorrow, and for lifetimes beyond memory. Here the promise of the wild endures, quietly shaping a future where every spotted stride leaves a mark of survival.